Guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a little bit of a different format. We're going to be doing a test on an actual hole on the GC Quad software. So we've put Matt in a pretty tough spot here.
That's saying something,
It's an understatement. 200 yards out on a par 3, and what we're going to run through with Matt is some of the irons that you would consider if you were going in for a fit today. So some of the popular irons, we've done players' irons reviews in the past on a range, dissecting numbers, but this is more of a real life test. You know, this isn't just reaching out to the data. We're running through all the irons, and we're actually seeing how they fly, the differences that we'll get.
Absolutely, and seeing if you mishit one a bit, what's the result going to be like on a tough hole?
The penalty will be real here. There's water at the front of this green.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
You know, we've made the green pretty tricky, and it's a tough hole. So we've got 5 heads we're going to run through. We've got your irons, which are obviously the Strixons, the 765s, waiting on the new 785s reaching us. We've got the Callaway X Forged. We've got the PXG, which is a new one. We haven't reviewed that one with you in the past as part of the player's test, the 0311T. We've got the AP2, and we've got also the Mizuno Split Cavity.
Mizuno Split Cavity MP18.
Five of the best.
So these are ones that we talked about that do really well in the shop here, perform well, they sell well, they're really good looking and good performing clubs. These are
our top performers in the store, and definitely 5 irons you would try if you walked 100%. In here today looking for a good looking iron, bit of forgiveness, but all round playability at the same time.
Definitely.
All right. Let's hit a few.
So you've started me off with the smallest looking club in the bunch.
Yeah, no, you're not getting an easy ride here.
On a crazy narrow looking hole. So I would say right away, this one, if someone is a traditional look lover, this would be a nice little choice. Very compact.
Classic,
isn't it? Looks short, heel to toe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Let's try to hit the green.
Flushed it. Straight out the gate. Hole in one. Watch this.
Video over. Bounce right. Oh, went left.
Come on.
Okay.
She's not done. Oh, she's done.
She's done. Nope. Okay, we got the greens on goofball speed, but that's. But if we were talking along a lot, we allude to it. Which players want super spinny irons and stuff? It's for greens like this goofy stuff where you need to land it perfectly and have it spin and stop, right?
You can see that, the little subtleties of greens when they start getting firm and fast. That's why someone like Tiger would like to spin the ball a little bit more.
And stop it there.
Rory McIlroy would change to a higher spinning ball because the premium is on control.
Absolutely.
All these guys hit it long enough.
Yeah, they don't need the distance by any means. Okay, so if I was on this hole and knowing the way it contours after we just hit that shot, I would probably try to flight this down a shade and maybe try to draw it in a little bit. So let's put the
let's see it, Maestro.
Put the Mizuno to the test here and see how easy or difficult that is to do.
Yep. By the way, hold on. Stroke index 17. This is the second easiest.
Where the rest of the course go?
This is the second easiest hole in the course.
Look at it.
I don't want to see the other.
Coming to the next review, the stroke hole number 1 would hopefully not a par 3. Imagine. All right, a little low draw, hopefully. Cooked it.
Oh, the penalties. There's a bunker over there.
Yeah, that's an example of where you don't want to miss. Short-sided myself. Certainly came off really nice though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Nice low draw.
That was your intended
for sure
curvature. You just started a fraction too far to the right.
To the right.
Yeah.
They feel really nice. Those. I can't say that if I was having a little bit of a knee knocker tee shot like this, looking at that is not the most.
Would they not give you the most confidence?
Well, if you're a ball striker and you hammer it in the middle every time, I'm sure you're fine. But if you're worried about towing it a bit, now to be fair, I did tow that a little bit, and we didn't lose any distance.
No, ball
probably
speed was retained, that's for sure.
Overturned it a bit, but okay, let's try that one more time.
Just hold it up a little more.
Should be just barely.
It's an excellent shot, Matty. Hang on. Oh, jeez.
This green.
Augusta National.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I got away with it in the fringe.
Yeah, okay.
There's holes like this. I mean, we've all played holes like this where you hit an awesome shot and you're 25 feet.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
I tell you what, I mean, you go play Oakmont.
Yeah.
This is what happens at Oakmont. You know, you've got to hit it on spots. The caddy will tell you to hit it on spots you won't believe.
Yeah.
Because the subtle runoffs.
And it'll direct the ball.
Incredible. Yeah. So, okay, good.
That's a nice, workable, solid feeling iron.
I tell you what, I mean, you know, I know we're not focused on the numbers today, but I love the consistency of the ball speed, the spin. You tried to flight that one down a little bit, and you did, so that was okay. But, you know, yardage control, for me, that's everything you're looking for in a player's iron.
That's why people buy Mizunos, because they want consistent yardage and spin and distance, everything.
No surprises, no guesswork with the ball speed and how you're going to get a jumper off of a good strike and go, geez, I didn't expect that to fly 15 yards forward just because you flushed it. You're supposed to get a good result from a good strike, not a bad one.
Yeah.
Really good.
That one that was slightly in the toe, I think also not too badly punished, distance-wise.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next guy.
Okay, Matty, next up we have the not inexpensive PXGO 311T.
Getting a little more traction with the Heroes program, I think. A lot of people asking about it.
Very good. I think kudos to them. That's a nice benefit that they're giving out.
Definitely. So let's see. Obviously, the standard price tag is substantial. So people often ask me, are they good enough to justify?
Yeah, it's interesting. We've had a little influx in the store with them recently.
Have you?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people kind of coming in and asking to try them.
Interesting.
You know, the performance is high. It's just whether you can value the price tag is something that you can stomach.
Right. Okay.
All right, let's have a little look at it. Same shot.
See if I can hit a green with it. More importantly.
Left side of that flag is the one. Sounded tremendous.
Quite good. Oh, no.
Get down.
Oh, no, it's good. It's good.
Go on.
Oi. It loves to... They should have put the pin back there.
I know. So that's a hard pin.
But on a 200-yard hole that's that ridiculous, you got, what, probably 12 feet for birdie? Got to be happy with that. The flight of that was awfully nice. Really nice.
You'd have to have a word with the greenkeeper, though, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't.
That pin.
He wouldn't be popular at the club. Okay, I got to go a little more left then, eh? So not struck great, but I think I get away with that, to be honest.
Here comes the bounce. Come on.
It's got a feed to the right.
That's lovely.
It lands on a downslope and then goes right.
Come on.
It's a good shot.
Oh, it's better than good. It's better than most. All right.
Yeah, ball speed.
One more.
Ball speed stayed up on that little miss hit, didn't it?
That's really nice.
So I definitely would have. Well, the strike showed a little high on the face from a bit of a slight heavy hit, but
that last one was pretty much the shot that we were looking for, wasn't it? The start left, little draw.
Exactly.
Keep it between the left edge of the green and the pin.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
This is quite nice at address too. I think it's got a little more length in the blade.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more thickness.
See a fraction more thickness in the top line, even though they've angled that top line a little bit. You know, there's substantial enough mass to the top line to give you confidence.
When you look at the way it looks from the back, you certainly expect it to look chunkier at address. So they've done a good job hiding it, but it's not as traditional looking as that Mizuno.
I really like the profile of it. I have to say that. You know, I've hit this iron many times. I really like it.
Yeah. If that draws, it'll be pretty close to the other one. Oh, it's going to get a kick.
Get out.
Get a kick. Ooh.
Here she comes. Come on, sweep.
If the pin was just a bit further. Those are really nice. Really nice.
I tell you what, those you couldn't really get three nicer shots than those.
I was about to ask you if the ball flight was much higher, but I think it was comparable, wasn't it? Yeah, very comparable. Identical? That's crazy.
It's interesting.
I certainly wouldn't read into the fact that the MP18s went right. That's just me.
Well, that was just that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, that was the one you tried to draw. The other ones you basically all tried to hit straight. So
true. Yeah.
That's probably a true reflection of what we were seeing there.
Very similar.
So comparable.
But we've seen that when you tinker over there and put stuff at the same loft.
Yeah.
you end up getting pretty similar performance, right?
Quite similar, especially if you can add in a player who really is giving you a consistent strike.
Right.
That's the biggest thing,
True.
When you hit it very consistently, you're likely to get a fairly standardized result.
Feel-wise, probably not as solid as the Mizunos, but they're really good. They do feel slightly, not hollow, but they've got a little bit more pop on them.
Yep.
A little more jump to them, which I think a lot of people will probably like. Wouldn't be a negative necessarily, depending on the player.
There's going to be a lot of people who will look at this test and kind of go, I would love to see what it's like with somebody who mishits it a little bit more. I mean, we're not going to ask you to mishit them. This is not, we're putting you at a hard enough task, 200 yards out, over water,
to be fair,
through a chute.
Yeah, through a chute with 2 rivers. But only 1 or 2 of those out of the first 6 were dead flush.
Yeah.
There was a couple a little bit fat, a little bit toey, so it's not like these are absolutely flush in every case. So far, forgiveness is definitely there with both of those.
Okay, next up to the challenging 200-yard par 3 that we've got here is the 718 AP2. Really nice head.
They look great, yeah.
They look good. They have continuously improved AP2 every single edition since the 710 originals. I think this is their best edition. I think they perform, they feel, they look great.
Yep.
They are definitely more forgiving than people give them credit for. I've had that conversation with a few people because the package is quite small.
I was going to say, they've kind of hidden all this technology in there
really
quite nicely.
They really have, and the amount of tungsten they've got out in that toe section, they actually have said that this one, from a forgiveness standpoint, from an MOI standpoint, is more forgiving than AP1 has been in previous editions.
Really?
Even though it has a significantly larger footprint.
That's interesting.
So, this is one that's got lots of forgiveness packed, a bit like the 0311T.
Yeah,
that's
similar,
forgiven as well.
Yeah.
The idea of the design behind that one is that you should be able to miss that one and get away with it a little bit more.
Well, having owned the original AP2s, this is kind of interesting for me to hit these.
Okay.
The shape at address is really good. Actually, almost kind of close to the Mizunos, but not as narrow a top line.
Okay.
Top line's definitely thicker. Hit that good. Uh-oh. Surprised it went that much right. Wasn't a bad strike though, was it?
Bounce.
Just terrible result. Terrible result. That was a good hit. Really nice. Felt great.
The commentators were telling you in the booth there, Matty, you can't go right.
You can't miss there. Johnny Miller's yelling at me as we speak. Okay. Really, really nice feeling. I think ball flight looked nice and high, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a good strike.
That's good.
Yeah, I think.
I'm surprised it's drawn like those. That's not bad. I shouldn't complain.
No, that was fine. That's gonna.
That's as good as any
makeable
other
little
ones.
putt.
Yeah, they do feel really nice. These.
It's a good iron, Matty. It's performed really well.
In your fits.
That transitional player who's coming down from a slightly larger iron into a player's iron, and they kind of really don't like the look of a bigger iron. It really fits that player very well. Especially someone who's got a little bit of distance to give away.
Okay.
So maybe a kind of 10 to 6 to 10 handicapper with some speed. Lovely for that type of player.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
And
would there
obviously
be
all the way down as well. You can play that, I would say, anywhere from 10 down to pro.
Really? Yeah. Well, who on tour plays? Zach Johnson plays them, I think, or Jordan Spieth plays them, or the older models.
Spieth is an AP2 guy. Always has been. Yep.
I thought Zach Johnson was, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, he's PXG now, isn't he?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
So previously
PXG.
he was.
Yeah, previous models.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's try to do it justice.
Well, keep this one to the left.
I'll try to flight this one down a little bit because I think that's the question a lot of people will have. It's a bit more kind of techie at the back. Can you flight it down?
Right.
Let's try a little bit more of a low one.
Oh, it's lovely.
Came off really nice.
Lovely flight.
That might be the best one I've hit.
Gives a bounce.
Big bounce.
Just stuck a little.
So there's a big ridge there. So now we know. Now we know how to make a hole in one. Now that was really nice though.
Yeah.
No issue kind of flighting that down a bunch of feet there. Lots of spin. Surprised to see that much spin on that.
Yeah, I was as well. A little bit steeper and
it's a little more loft.
Maybe misread the loft a fraction, but
right.
lovely flight. Yeah, you knocked it down You knocked it down a good 15 feet versus the previous one, Matty. So, yeah, good as well. I mean, we have to say pretty good as well.
Feel-wise and look-wise, that and the PXG are close. Mizuno is definitely going to separate itself, I think, in the way that it looks, especially at address.
Okay. Now you're under some pretty severe pressure with the next one.
Yeah, I better hit my own pretty well.
Yeah, you better hit your own one nicely.
I do think people find it a little bit funny when I test something that's better than mine.
I know.
Weeks after getting mine.
And they're like, oh.
I'm sure it is funny to watch. It's not funny for
changing?
me. Yeah, it's not funny for me. I'm sure it's great to watch.
Right. Okay, Matty, home game here. Strixon Z 765s. Our number one player's iron in the store. Bestseller. No wonder. It performs outrageously well. Feels great.
Yep.
I use them as well. So we really like this one.
Yeah. They look extremely good at address.
Look and feel good. Profile's big enough to give you confidence. The new one's a little bit smaller. The 785, like we've talked about.
Yep.
And definitely some of the people who were gravitating towards that as something that wasn't intimidating might look at the new profile and go, oh, that looks a bit smaller. It's a little bit narrower, thinner top line. And then other players who were put off by the look of this one being a little too big will really gravitate towards the new one.
Right.
So
but performance-wise, when we tested them, ball flights were basically identical, right?
They really were.
It'll come down to a bit of a looks decision. Or if someone had just bought a full set of them, they might want to update their set.
Like who?
It's nice.
They're just hanging left, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes. Watch this. This is the local knowledge here. The local knowledge.
Lovely kick.
Yeah, in a bush. Oh, nearly ended up down the slope. All right, really well hit.
That was great, yeah. Fear of the left side was the only culprit in terms of pushing it.
Yeah, they just hung out there. I mean, maybe that's you playing the irons a little bit flat as you like them. We're trying to kind of eliminate a bit of the left to right. So maybe let's take dead aim at this one.
Okay. It won't play for that ground draw as much.
Almost play for a fractional fade here. Oh, that was dead at it. Hold your line and you're perfect. You did as well.
Come on. It's got to get over that ridge.
That is going to go over that little ridge. And it
went left.
Oh, where are you going? Literally in a hog's back, this thing, isn't it?
You're not making a hole in one. You're not making a hole. That's the best shot we've hit, though.
It's the closest.
That is the best shot. So these, it may just be, it's showing in the numbers. They tend to be a fraction lower spin when I'm in here testing.
Yep.
Generally, when I hit balls with different irons here, these are kind of like a nice, I wouldn't call them sort of, I don't think they're intended to be low spin, but you'd probably agree they tend to be a little lower spin than comparable irons.
They have been for sure.
Yeah,
they have been. And that's exactly the same thing again. Fractionally higher launch, which is very interesting.
Maybe just the flight of one of those that was a bit of a fade, but
perhaps the first one was a little bit on the high side, but the second one was high relative to the other ones as well. So
right.
Okay, so you're shaping this one less, so dead aim again. Okay. Maybe you could, if you can be bold enough. I know the miss is not on the right hand side, but if you can be bold enough to start this at the right edge of the flag.
Oh, you want to see a fade? Okay.
Well, just a little one, if he's got it in the locker.
I don't have it in the locker, but let's find out. Might come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, he might have done it.
Oh, it did.
It's faded a little too much, but gives a bounce. Gives a ridge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just didn't quite get over the ridge.
That's devastating.
Hey, we're playing the US Open here.
One more. That's
a good hit.
It was a really good hit, wasn't it?
I mean, I find that honestly when I go and play golf with these, they're very easy to hit a bunch of different shots with. You don't have trouble if you want to hit a high spinny one like that. Yeah. You shouldn't have any issue based on the iron design, but okay, another fade.
Yeah, exact same shot with just a little further right start line.
Further right, he says. Yeah. There's water over there.
Be bold.
That is just fractionally better than the last one.
Going to catch the ridge this time.
Yeah.
Catch it.
That's the shot.
Oh, it's devastating.
That's where all the guys would be hitting it that week. They'd be hitting it middle left, eh?
So true.
Yeah.
Really nice. Obviously fading it. So there's an interesting contrast. Here's your stock shot, but if you want a little bit more stopping power, raise the peak, raise the spin, you can.
That's a very different ball flight, isn't it?
Yeah.
You drop off maybe 5 yards on the carry and the total lands softer.
Pick up 2 or 3 degrees in angle of descent.
Yep.
Angle of descent is a bit higher than really any of the other irons.
Absolutely.
Which is nice, especially when you've got such a premium on the landing spot on a green like this. So,
yeah.
All right, you hit those ones really nice.
Luckily. No, those are, I think, a lot of it, I think you'll find this with your customers too, the look of it will kind of determine your confidence in hitting different shots. I think it's a good blend. It's small enough that it looks nice, but it's not so small maybe that you get nervous about the strike. I mean, some of those may be a slight bit toe side or low, and really, I mean, results-wise, didn't notice.
You don't see it, do you?
No.
It's good. Right, Matty, last but not least, a really nice iron, Callaway X Forged. Really nice.
It's a great looking iron, isn't it?
It's a good looking iron. We've done very well with it.
I can see why.
A lot of our customers have really liked the profile of it. Again, not overly intimidating profile.
Not. It looks like it's got some decent height to the blade and some width.
It's got a tall head, doesn't it?
It does have a tall head.
Tall face.
I mean, obviously, my driving iron being the long iron version of this, they've kind of done a nice set if you want to blend in those long, what's that called? The UT?
Yep.
CF18 UT. They would blend so nicely with this.
They would.
That felt nice.
Nice, Matty. Lovely high draw coming on in. Got to bounce
really good
left.
flight, isn't it?
Now work right. Come on, take it. Take the slope.
You know what it is? You have to hit that exact shape, I think just left of the pin by like a foot, and then it might trickle down that way. That was nice. Was that higher than the other ones we've seen?
Pretty high, 122. So launch was high, very similar actually to be honest, to the Strixon in flight.
Yeah, it really looked kind of like a sort of a towering 6-iron, didn't it? That's me trying to get a little aggressive with the draw. Not the club's fault.
Little Phil Mickelson action off the off the path.
Yeah, it's
how's it feel?
It's very good. It's different, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Firmer?
Yeah, a little bit. It is a bit firmer. Yeah, it is a bit firmer. I think maybe it's, as you say, acoustically it's different.
Yeah.
There's something a bit different versus the Strixons. I'm not sure if it's a bit more high pitched, but it's definitely nice. It's just maybe not as traditional feel as the Mizunos. That one should come in nice.
Oh, that one could be tasty. Yeah. Right side of the flag working. Oh.
Go in.
Oh.
And 25 feet.
Come on. Oh, geez, a little backstop.
Do we have a new
Look
favorite?
At that.
Well, that's
off
the
green.
Now it's gone. Oh.
Welcome to Augusta National, folks.
Thought that was going to be the best shot. Yeah, that's really nice. Those, I mean, obviously the second shot was all me, but that first and third one were really, really good. All right. Round it off with one last one with this guy. So a little toey.
Well, it sounded different, Matty.
Yeah,
it was a little toey. Catch a little bit or bounce? No, it's gone.
You know what though? That's considering how bad that felt toe-wise. I got a lot out of that swing. It was not a good strike.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you called it early.
Yeah. I mean, on a normal size green, that wouldn't have been that terrible of a shot, right? But
it's true. Ball speed didn't drop off too much on quite a toy strike. So yeah, I mean comparable. You know, it's not too dissimilar. Not too dissimilar.
So we're not seeing a whole lot in terms of launch and spin, aside from when we tried to hit different shots. I think the stock shot seems to be around 133 miles an hour ball speed, like 15-ish launch and 5,300 spin with just about all 5 of them.
We never really saw. I mean, who knows? In the psychology of the fit, you're probably going to go, oh, hit a couple of loose ones with the Callaway and the Titleist.
And I'm not going to
hardly hit a loose one with especially the MP18 and the PXG.
True.
Those were pretty darn perfect.
Yeah. But as you say, so much changes swing to swing. We switch clubs. We take a second to talk about them.
That's right.
You're not in the same flow as you were before.
You lose a little bit of rhythm. You rush one from the top. You know, whatever it may be. So. But all in all, when you hit a good one, the result's fairly similar, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Comes again, as we said, it's going to come down to what you like the look of, what you like the feel of, to some degree.
Yeah.
Subtle differences here and there. I don't think anyone in this kind of shopping range looking for a player's cavity, I don't think you could be disappointed with any of them. You really couldn't be.
So, you know, I think we round it off in the way that when people are making the decision on what clubs they get, the details matter.
Oh, for sure.
The loft, the lie. Once you get everything in sort of the right area from a loft, lie, length, shaft, grip, perspective, head style, then it becomes about the details. Because they all kind of perform in their own unique way. There's no one's got a leg up on everyone else by a great amount in this part of, you know, the market. Agreed. Everyone's trying to achieve the same thing. Performance with forgiveness.
Yeah. And we saw there was no iron that wasn't forgiving. No question. Like none of them weren't forgiving.
Yeah.
Mizuno was smaller, but a couple toe strikes with that were fine.
You hit it great.
The green and they were just fine.
You hit it absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
There's different irons in there. I mean, maybe on one end of the scale you have the softness and the feel of the PXG, the soft feel.
For sure.
You know, with the Core 2 sort of injected sort of feel in there. Yeah. So that material, that Core 2 material that took over from the TPE from the Gen 1s,
right.
That maybe compared to the X Forged gives you a bit of a contrast in feels and sounds.
Definitely. Definitely.
And then everything else, obviously, it kind of blends in. So Mizuno felt great. Obviously, your Strixon you love the feel of, and then you know the AP2s sound and feel great as well.
Yeah, I think those for me were probably the most surprising. I didn't think those would be something I'd like that much, but those flew really nice. Yeah, felt great too.
They were good.
Awesome.
Okay, excellent. Well, different way to test it. Definitely. You know, we like to do it. You know, we're talking about doing some different stuff. This is cool. Seeing you hit some different shots and shapes and working it, and you know, thinking about the shot shape a little more than just the range format. Exactly. I like it. Yeah, I think we should do a little bit more of this.
Absolutely. Well, good. And everyone should let us know if you
like
a more real world test.
Ultimately, you guys will tell us if you liked it or not. We have done sort of these tests on the range before, but maybe focused just in the numbers, less than here. We're focusing on hitting shapes, and so you've got to focus on in the golf course.
For sure.
Are you able to hit the shots that are going to help your scoring?
Well, it's a little more applicable to playing actual golf, isn't it? That's what you're buying the irons for.
Definitely. We wanted to see you under a little bit of pressure as well.
A little bit of pressure.
Sweating over there.
Sweating a bit.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of a different format for us. Leave your comments. Let us know. 5 great heads. We loved really the performance in all of them. There wasn't really a winner or a loser per se. I think they all performed very, very well. So 5 great choices if this is the section of the market that you're looking on for some irons. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again soon.